A new study reveals that women who've had 10 sexual partners or more, basically girls who are in double digits, are 33% more likely to divorce. Hey, so for all you guys like, oh, so sexist, so misogynistic with all this talking about women, comparing them to cars and odometers and 92 Toyota Corollas. How dare you, mister? How dare you? Greta Thunberg, how dare you? There's an actual study that backs me up, as usual, actually supporting this claim that women who are in double digits, who've slept with 10 or more dudes, will be more likely, 33% more likely to divorce your ass if she gets into a relationship with you. Okay? Even in an LTR. They didn't mention this in this study. What about LTRs? What about just normal boyfriend-girlfriend relationships? These girls can't function in those either, right? Why? Because they've just had too many penises inside of them. All right, I was going to say a bad word, but I won't, because I'm trying to avoid that YouTube filter where it asks you, like, did you say any bad words in this coaching video? You have to put this check mark. All right, so I'm trying not to use any profanity. So this study actually proves that, hey, this chick jumps on the carousel. She is, guess what? Say it with me. Damaged goods, right? The DG. The DG. So many of these like female haters and male haters on like dropping these comments going, oh, that's just not right. You know, she's still a good person. Who says she can't be a great girlfriend or a great mother? How about this statistic? Okay, and I'll go ahead and include the link to this statistic below. But this one's going to be from the Daily Mail, but obviously there's other universities that have done these studies that will back up the same claim, will come up with the same numbers. So you guys who really want to like, you know, be anal about this, like every little detail, it basically says that, okay? If the girl has had more than 10 dudes, if she's in double digits, she is going to be 33% less likely able to function in a healthy relationship with you where it's just you and her and she's not running off to the clubs, she's not running off to the bars, she's not jumping in bed with some other, you know, some other Chad. No. These statistics back that up. I mean, if I had those statistics here, I'm out here in Nevada, and if I had these 33% statistics in my favor, I would drain all the money from my bank. I would go downstairs to the nearest like slot machine or blackjack table, and I would just, or even roulette table, my favorite game, roulette. I just put it all on red and let it roll, right? Because I know I'm like, shit, I'm gonna come out a winner. I win 33% more of the time. Yeah, I lose 33% less. So this study backs it up. Here's something else that is very, very interesting about this study that you'll find. Women who were virgins, okay? Women who were virgins on their wedding night were the least likely to divorce. Surprise, surprise, you sexist, misogynistic mofo, right? Women who were actually virgins on their wedding night, that means they had 0 on their odometer. Stop comparing women to cars, mister. They had 0 on their odometer. They were a brand new 2021 Lamborghini Aventador, right? 0 on the odometer. They weren't like the test drive model. They weren't rental use, right? A lot of these girls these days, their vaginas like these rental cars that you buy at the auction. You guys ever go to a car auction? They're selling these rental cars and rental vans that people thrashed and smoked in and kicked around and drove at 55 miles per hour. Slammed on the brakes and dropped it in reverse and just totally abused these cars. Left their trash in McDonald's in the back of the car. Never cleaned it. Completely dirty. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Kind of the same thing. So women who had 0 on their odometer, 0 sexual partners on their wedding night were the least likely to divorce. The study backs this up, guys. The study backs this up. Less than 5% divorce rate on virgins. Virgins getting married, less than 5% divorce rate, okay? So that is what this study says. And interestingly enough, the second lowest divorce rate were women who had 3 to 9 sexual partners. Odd, right? Odd. It's probably more on the lower range, like 3 or 4, but I would say. But women who probably had like a high school boyfriend and college boyfriend and then married the third guy after that, I guess, right? They were the second least likely to divorce. But obviously these girls who are in double digits, been riding the carousel, been sleeping around with Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, you know, all these other dudes, they are going to be less likely able to function in a normal, healthy, monogamous relationship with you just because they've just been around the block, right? And this kind of goes back to an earlier study that I shared on my channel talking about how women retain the sperm of every man she sleeps with. And there have been a number of people like, no, not true. This other study disproves that. But you know what? There's another study that disproves that study that brings it back to this study. So, you know what? I tend to believe that that is true, that these women do retain the sperm of basically every guy she slept with. She retains his DNA, she retains something about him. And I've mentioned this before, not to get too woo-woo on you, but there's just, and you felt this too, there's just this weird connection that you have with women that you've had sex with. You might not have seen this girl for 10, 15, 20 years, maybe longer, right? Might not have seen her for a long time. You just happen to run into her somewhere, you just happen to see her in passing. Maybe she didn't even see you, you just see her in passing, and you feel this weird connection, especially if she stops and says hi to you, right? You feel this kind of like ominous connection to her because you've had sex with her, right? It's this weird connection that you can't break. Very strange, right? Very strange. So I think there's something to be said about that that can't be really documented on paper, but yeah, there's definitely something to be said about that. So these girls who've been around the block, slept with all these different dudes, as I tell you guys, bad news, DG. You don't want a girl who's just coming off the carousel looking for a beta provisioner, looking for you to, you know, basically make up for all those chads who flaked on her, used her, you know, borrowed her car, never filled it up with gas, used her for free rent, whatever. You don't want to be the guy who comes in being the beta provisioner. Okay, you don't. And it's usually with these girls who've slept with just tons and tons of guys. They're always in double digits. This study says 10 or more. So that could be 10 to 1,000. Okay, that could be, you know, just hundreds and hundreds of men. So just want to share this quick coaching video with you. Let me know your comments below. Feel free to share and tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about the study. Again, I'll include the link for it below. And for some reason I forget, just go ahead and you can Google it yourself and find it fairly easily. But I will try to take a note to remember to include the link. It's from Daily Mail. But let me hear what you think below. Drop your comment. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Since they're not promoting my videos anymore, it helps me when you help promote it because obviously my channel's still growing like crazy. But imagine if YouTube actually promoted it. I would get like so many more views and subscribers. But you know what? You guys are doing great. The channel's still growing phenomenally. So make sure you're subscribed. Helps me out a ton. For you guys who want to support all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you guys even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world out there and all 4 corners of the globe out there are constantly approaching and closing every single week. Day and night, I kid you not, every single week we are making it happen regardless of what kind of crazy virus is going on, regardless of what type of racial division is going on, what type of presidential elections are going on. We are constantly making things happen, constantly moving in life. We never stop moving and just living life at a higher paradigm, which I want you to live at. So that is the best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of 7 Months to Mastery, and it's real easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.